Hi Libra, welcome into your mid-November 2024 money and career tarot reading. I hope you're doing absolutely amazing out there. I actually did our reading in full yesterday, and it just was focusing too much on the negatives, all right? So we're gonna redo it. To begin for Libra for mid-November 2024 money and career, the Queen of Wands, I feel very much so representing your energy. No surprise there, feeling like you naturally, with whatever Libra, if not multiple placements within your individual chart, you are a passionate individual. It's all about how, between now and the remainder of this month, how you channel and utilize that passion, different forms of which, to your advantage, to the advantage of whatever you're committed to, connected to, whatever you're accomplishing, and I want to say even who you're connecting to, at this time. But they're saying people are noticing you as somebody who does at times without meaning to, forces it. But for the most part, at this point along your path, especially when it comes to your money career, you don't force it. You might be overdoing it in the spending department, and if that's applicable for you recently and even in the remainder of this month, they're saying tighten up your habits in that sense, tighten up your spending. It's not a time to be overdoing it and then potentially regretting it in the near future, or just wishing that you had more put aside. More cushion is what I'm hearing. But the Three of Pentacles as well. You're being pushed into the spotlight, and this may feel like a continued process or just nothing new for you for a lot drawn to the reading. But regardless, it feels like people are paying close attention to you. Now, being realistic, not everybody is paying close attention with the best intentions, or at least not fully. You may be like myself, working at a job situation where there's one, if not a couple different people who don't have your back. They may try to disguise or pretend like they do, or even do something negative and try to twist that into something that they're doing for your benefit on a slight negative note. But it does feel like the majority of the people paying close attention to you do have your back, or at least are trying to support you and maybe guide you and see you succeed in general, if not more so. But it feels like the remainder of November does hold the potential and even the guarantee, I want to say, for different levels of success for you. And I want to say financial intake, where there are moments where you do, for some predict levels of abundance coming in, or the lack thereof, which accurately. But there are moments where you're going to be receiving more than expected. For some, you didn't expect this piece of income, financial intake coming in at all. And then it's like, okay, great. I got that refund or that bonus or that extra check that I was owed, or that tip, commission, donation, whatever ends up being for you, or just unexpected opportunity to make more money, to succeed more. And Spirit saying, good, eat it up. All right. It feels like it's a long time coming for a lot, but at the very least, it's well deserved. Now, the Knight of Wands being the second of the fire energy on the board, you might be like myself with significant fire energy within your chart, right, placement wise. But I do feel like regardless, you're moving forward with a sense of passion again within each accomplishment and twist and churn of the remainder of November. You can't help but feel like you need to be on the move. You need to be accomplishing quite consistently, or at least for the most part. There's a sense of you needing to remember as well, time is on your side. Divine orchestration and divine alignment is also very alive within your world at this time. If you feel it's sort of a tug of war with the universe, with certain aspects of your current day reality to accomplish something in the moment, say you might need to accomplish it within that work shift, or that day in general. Maybe it's just not the exact moment, right? I guarantee it's not. So, realign your focus, readjust your priority list if need be, and delay it till a different point within that day. But for some, it's going to be a different day. Say it's the following one, or whenever, moving forward, when you're meant to more divinely accomplish whatever is feeling too difficult than it needs to. Because I sense, Libra, there's a reminder in a big way coming through that if it's meant to get done, if it's meant to be acquired, especially at this point along your path, it's simply going to happen. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean there may not, there's a guarantee for no little slip ups or an attempt or two that was part of the, purposeful process until you do accomplish it directly after or soon after. But it does mean that it's not going to be this attempting a million times to get something done, or slipping up a bunch of times and things feeling ultra difficult. Reminding me, for example, and apply it to your situation as you may. And I've done this so many times in the past where I would sit there and attempt to get a reading started 10 to 20 times and it just would not go, right? And regardless of the negatives and the purposefulness of that, those slip-ups and those attempts, these days I don't go past like a handful, at the very, very most, because I, like you, need to remember that things don't need to be forced and feel difficult. So easy accomplishments is a highlight. You're dealing with stress, and I feel complication is what I'm hearing. Maybe where you're working for a lot, where you're running your business, where you're living, or maybe even negative energy or just rough energy, off energy, where you're out and about potentially, or are spending money, or putting money in the bank, or you know what I mean? Something of the sort. Could be a business meeting of some sort is what I'm getting. But I do sense that you're needing to remember that any sort of difficult energy or stresses at hand, I guarantee the past has supported you in regards to preparing you for these, I'm going to label it as annoyances, all right? Not so ideal aspects, but they're saying it's not the overall energy, all right? So do remember that. There will be noise factors. There will be, again, rough energy factors, but nothing that's going to get in the way of what's meant to be created, developed, accomplished, and the success that's meant to come in for you in other levels of abundance. The Fool card, my friend, some of which a leap of faith that you took rewinding back, regardless of how far back it was for you, working to your advantage. Say it was a move of residence, comfort, stability, peace for the most part at hand, more ideal aspects otherwise. If it was, leaping into a new career field or position, or, into entrepreneurship or back into it, or to start a new business or expansion for an existing one, it's working well for you. But you may as well be pushed to embrace and dive deep into spark a new beginning of some sort. Somebody drawn to the reading is being pushed to remember, or more so come to the realization of an online platform that you're meant to now begin. I'm getting TikTok specifically, it could be YouTube. And regardless of what that ends up being for you, it's going to be personable, all right? It's going to be personal. You're going to find that it really intertwines with how you have been and are still in the remainder of the month changing on a core level. And even if it doesn't end up being social media, that was just something coming through specifically for a lot, you may be pushed to embrace a new opportunity otherwise for your career, maybe financially investing into something. It could be a car for somebody. You spend some amount of money on that car. It even may still have to moving forward for a contract, and that is intertwined with how you've been changing and how you are at this time even. Let's keep pulling. There's a freeing vibe about you as well, where you're feeling even in the midst of an Eight of Swords kind of situation where, say, there's limitations and structure and expectations within that job situation, for example, or where you're living. You're still giving yourself the chance and cutting out the time and going about things in a sense that in a way or ways that's leaving you with the freedom to do things your way, to maybe go on certain levels of exploration within and outside of you, to have more experiences and maybe even adventure within your world. They're also saying, Libra, on a different note, say you're somebody like myself where you get used to the same routines. And I want to say more specifically, the same route to migrate, to commute, to work, to that same store or two that you go to often. or occasionally. It could as well be, migrating back home and stuff of that nature. We're needing you to think about maybe a past route that you've taken that helped you feel more refreshed, at that point. Or maybe, looking up, or just randomly trying out a new path, a new way to get to or back to wherever that's going to end up being for you, because it's going to leave you feeling more refreshed, right? And so maybe as well, when it comes to, again, routines, but I want to say as well, accomplishments, there needs to be a redeveloped, re-implemented sort of freshness and brightness to all of what we've been mentioning, okay? So try to maybe, and you might do this without meaning to, attempting or approaching accomplishments and tasks and whatnot, maybe even conversations of importance and even non-importance with a different, in a different way or two, okay? It will make the world of a difference. They're also reminding you to, don't force it with this, but enjoy what you're wrapping yourself up with, even though I feel for some it's mundane, it's these responsibilities, obligations, you may not love what you're doing for work, or what is costing you money. Try to enjoy the process of whatever that ends up being for you, because it does, again, make the world of a difference in regards to the outcome, all right, and even the experience along the way naturally. What else do we have? Where you don't feel completion or fulfillment in regards to one, if not multiple, money and career situations. I guarantee in the month of December and January and February, those 3 months are very significant in regards to more of which coming in. So just hang in there in regards to the remainder of November. It feels like the winds of change are taking place, even within a continuing sort of sticky or uptight, very closed-minded sort of situation. But it also feels like Spirit's saying, remember where your control lies, Libra, within that job situation, when it comes to running your business, when it comes to where you're living, where you're putting your money. So just proceed forward with new strategy and existing already utilized strategy. And again, don't overspend, but also invest selectively, to the best of your ability, but disassociate and associate and accomplish and reevaluate, reorganize where need be to make sure that you are seeing the best results for you now and even after this month. We're moving on to the Two of Cups. People feel drawn to you. People feel a sense of trust, increasing or coming to be for the first time in regards to what you're speaking, what you're conveying, otherwise what you're getting out there into the universe, what you're creating is developing. I feel a lot that's in regards to an entrepreneurship, business-related situation. Could be through your job. I feel somebody, if not a couple different people, feel they made the right choice by choosing you to embark upon joining that situation. It could be at work, it could be a home situation, you name it. Could have been and is a partnership of some sort, like a business partner or some kind of partner within a business situation. Anyways, co-workers for a lot are taking a huge highlight. There's somebody missing you that switched up their availability or left that job, or maybe it was you that left that situation or switched up your availability. But I sense that you are moving forward, looking for an emotional levels of emotional fulfillment. If you do feel emotional at certain points at work, at home, running your business, spending money, once again, I guarantee you're an empath, at least to an extent. Cleanse your energy and remember this in the moment, right? But also going back to the Seven of Wands, or speaking upon it for the first time rather, you need to protect your energy. A lot will be coming towards you. I guarantee the majority of the Librans drawn to the reading have a busy month, rest of the month ahead of them as things change in significant ways, and you're needing to prepare financially and otherwise and gain success in other levels of abundance in order to be ready for and initiate, spark new changes for the future after this month. Okay, this has been an absolutely amazing reading, super powerful. I hope it was truly helpful as always. Don't forget to book a personal reading with myself. Everything is down below. Just shoot me a quick email. Until your next read, take care, Libra.